live with our third and final match for our second day of pool play here at Omaha, Nebraska at the President's Day Classic. I will be sharing the link to the YouTube Live on my Facebook page. Anyone who's not my friend already should go add me as a friend, and I will confirm that after the match, though. And I will also be putting it into the parents chat in the group me for all the parents, just in case they need to share it to any friends or family who also want to watch. Third and final game of pool play on the second day of the President's Day Classic. Again, we won our first and second game, both in sweeps. I'll give you a recap here shortly, as soon as I pull up our page. I do believe we are live right now. We are in the pregame warm-up once again before we start our third and final match of the second day of pool play at the President's Day Classic here in Omaha, Nebraska. We did sweep our first two games in 2 sets. If you did not watch the last match against, Believe Volleyball Club 16 Premier, we won in straight sets. I'll give you a quick recap. In a thrilling match at the President's Day Classic, OKCharge 16 American showcased their dominance by defeating Believe Volleyball Club 16 Premier in 2 sets. The first set saw OKCharge take an early lead and maintain control with powerful kills and strategic blocks, ultimately winning 25-15. The second set was a closer battle, but Oklahoma Charge's consistent performance led them to victory with a final score of 25-19. Throughout the game, Braylon stood out with impressive stats, including 4 kills, 1 ace, and 1 block. Sam also made significant contributions with 5 kills and 1 block, while Bethany added to the team's success with 4 kills, 1 ace, and 1 block. Oklahoma Charge's cohesive teamwork and individual talent were on full display as they secured another well-deserved win in pool play. And that was our second match of the day, the last match we played.
I'm so sorry.
This final match will be played against Manhattan Mamba 16-1's team. They are also undefeated for the day. Not sure who will be serving it up first, but both teams are getting ready to touch hands and start this third and final match of the day. Both teams coming out now, touching hands as we prepare to begin. The down rep's going to verify the rosters of both teams before we begin. On our side, we have number 7, number 5, number 3, number 2, number 4, and number 9 starting off. That's going to be Braylon Smith, Charlotte, Maddie Factor, Lillian, Addison Mann, and Bethany White Eagle. It appears that the Manhattan Mamba team will be up to the line first to serve. In this first set, Charge will be set up to serve receive. The up ref is giving the whistle. I tagged her too. Oh, okay. I'll make sure it gets on there. Charge picking up that first point as the other team knocks it out of bounds. Let me make sure I post that link for everyone once again in the group me. And there's the serve by number 8. Uh-oh, ball in the court, but it didn't affect it, so we're good. It goes out of bounds off a Charge hand, and Manhattan Mamba will put a point on the board right there. There's the serve by Manhattan. Charge trying to get underneath it, but unable to get it under control, and it goes out of bounds. Manhattan Mamba puts another point on the board and will step back up to the line to serve it up. Score is now 1-2, Charge trailing by 1 as the Mambas step up to the line. There's the serve. Charge. Oh, unable to get underneath the short serve, and Manhattan Mamba puts another point on the board. Charge now trailing by 2 points in the first set of our third and final match of the game. Score is 1-3 as the Mambas step up to the line to serve it up once again. Charge once again getting underneath it. They tip it down at the net. Charge right there to receive it and bumping it back over to Mamba territory. They set it up, going for the attack, goes long and out of bounds. Charge puts another point on the board. Scores now 2-3. Charge Still trailing by 1 as number 5 will come to the line to serve it up next. There's a serve by Charlotte over the net. Mamba's get underneath it. Back set it over the net. Charge right there to receive it. Sets it over to the right side. The attack to the backcourt. Mamba's able to get it under control. Tip it over the net. Charge right there to receive it. Setting it this time to the outside. The attack tooled off the block. That was number 2, Lillian with the kill. Picking up the point right there for your Charge team. Scores all tied up now 3-3 as number 5 back up the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Set it back up, going for the attack, into the net. Charge picks up the point as the Mambas hit it into the net. Score is now 4-3. Charge in the lead by 1 point now as Charlotte back up to the line to serve it up. That's number 5, serving it up for your Charge team. They get it over the net. Mambas bump it back over to Charge territory. Charge gets to the center, sets to the middle of the attack to the backcourt. Number 1 with the kill. Picking up the point for your Charge team right there once again. Scores now 5-3 as number 5 back up the line to serve it up. That's Charlotte serving it up for your Charge team as we lead by 2 points. There's a good serve. The Mambas underneath it, setting it up. Going for the attack from the outside. Charge into the net, unable to get it back under control. As it comes over, we try to dig it out. We touch the net and are called for the net infraction. Score is now 5-4. Charge still in the lead by 1 point as the Mambas come back up to the line to serve it up. The Mambas with the serve. Charge gets underneath it. Keeping it under control. They bump it back over into Mamba territory. Mamba's right at the net. Hit it too close to the overpass, and Charge jumps up with a kill. Number 2, dumping it down, picking up that point for your Charge team. And number 7, Braylon Smith will come to the line to serve it up next. Score is 6-4, Charge in the lead by 2 points as number 7 serves it up. Again, there's Braylon Smith putting it into play. They go for the attack. Backcourt Libero puts it up to the center, sets it up. Attack with a slide attack, but the Mamba is able to get underneath it. Charge right there, receiving, go to the outside, tips it back across court. Mambas once again get underneath it, tip it over the net. Charge unable to get underneath it as it finds the floor as it goes over the block in Charge territory. Mambas put another point on the board. Charge still in the lead by 1, will set back up to serve receive. Score is 6-5. And Mamba's caught in the net on the serve. Charge puts another point on the board. Score is now 7-5 as the Charge picks up a point on the service error by the Mambas. Number 2 coming up to the line to serve it up. That's Lillian for your Charge team, putting it over into Mamba territory. Mamba's right there trying to get it over the net. Unable to as a block by number 3, Maddie Factor. Puts another point on the board for your Charge team. Score is now 8-5. There's the serve by number 2, putting it over the net once again. Mambas going for the attack, cross court. Charge able to get it back up, but unable to get it back into fair play. Mambas are going to put another point on the board, and Charge will set back up to serve receive. Score is now 8-6 as number 2 subs out. Number 6 subs in for your Charge team, and they set up to serve receive. Again, scores 8-6, Charge in the lead by 2 points. There's the serve. We bump it up high and over to the outside, hitting it back over to Mamba territory. Mamba set up, go for the attack, over the block. Charge is able to dig it back up, putting it back into Mamba territory. 1 touch. They put it back over to our side. We go for the kill from the middle. Number 1 with the kill, picking up that point. That's Sam Chaffin with the kill. That puts a point on the board. Number 4 coming to the line to serve it up. That's Addison Mann serving it up for your Charge team. There's the serve, putting it into Mamba territory as the score is 9-3. Charge leads by 3 points. The attack by the Mamba is slipping through the seam of the block and finding the floor in Charge territory. The Mambas put another point on the board and come back up to the line to serve it up. Scores now 9-7. Charge in the lead by 2 points. There's the serve by the Mambas. Backcourt gets it up to the center, sets it up, tipped over by the middle, And Charge picks up the point with the kill by Charlotte, number 5 at the net. Number 9, Bethany White Eagle coming to the line to serve it up next for your Charge team as we lead by 3 points. Score is 10-7. There's the serve. Over the net into Mamba territory. The middle goes for the attack. Dual block at the net by number 3 and number 5. Picking up the point right there. That's Maddie Factor and Charlotte with the block that puts another point on the Charge team. Score is now 11-7 as number 9 back up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Backcourt in the Mambas. Get underneath it. Bump it back over the net. Charges Libero. Gets it to the center. Goes to the outside. The attack. Strong, but the Mambas are able to power through it and get it back up in the air and into play. Charge struggling. Cannot get it back over the net. The Mambas will pick up the point and come back up to the line to serve it up. Score is now 8-11. 11-8. Charge in the lead by 3 points as we set back up to serve receive. A little bit of back and forth. Mambas tip it over the net. Charge right here. Let's see if it gets into the center. Goes to the right side. Tips it up over the net. Mambas able to get control to put it back over to the backcourt. It goes off the hands of Charge and out of bounds. The Mambas pick up the point and will come up to the line to serve it up. Score is now 11-9. Charge still in the lead by 2 points as we set back up to serve receive. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Push it back over the net. The Mambas struggle as it goes back over the net, and Charge picks up the point as the Mambas knock it out of bounds. Score is now 12-9. Charge in the lead by 3 points as we once again come back up to the line to serve it up. There's number 8, Kale, coming up to the line to serve it up. And there's a serve by Kale, number 8, putting it over the net. The Mambas go for the attack. It goes wide and out of bounds. Charge puts another point on the board as the Mambas hit it wide. Score is now 13-9. Number 8 coming back up to the line to serve it up. That's Kale serving it up for your Charge team. And the Mambas knock it wide, unable to get their hands unable to get it under control. Ace by number 8, putting another point on the board. Number 8 back up to the line to serve it up. Scores 14-9. Charge leading by 5. And once again, another ace. That's 2 in a row by number 8 on the court. There will be a timeout called by the Manhattan Mambas. Both teams to their huddles, and after the timeout concludes, Charge will come back up to the line to serve it up. Score is 15-9. Charge leading by 6 points. Number 8 coming back into the line. As the timeout concludes, both teams coming back out on the court, and Kale will be serving it up once again for your Charge team. Score is 15-9. Charge leading by 6 points. As number 8 serves it up. The Mambas underneath it, set up to the middle. The attack, try to find the floor, but Charge is right there to get it back over the net in 2 touches. The Mambas struggling to get it back over to Charge territory. The backcourt gets to the center. Center goes to the right side, tipped down the line. Mamba struggling, cannot get it under control, and Charge puts another point on the board. Scores now 16-9. Charge in the lead by 7 points as number 8 will come back up to the line to serve it up. Manhattan Mamba tried to use a timeout earlier to freeze out our server, but unsuccessful at that as we keep getting points. Oh! Found the floor on that one. The kill by the Mambas, picking up a point for them, and they'll come back up to the line to serve it up. Score 16-10. Charge in the lead by 6 points as we once again set up to serve receive. Mambas at the line. There's the serve. We bump it up in the air. Tip it over the tip it to the outside center, who tips it over the net. The Mambas push it back, but unable to get it over the net. A block by number 7 picks up another point That's Braylon Smith with the block, putting the point on the board. Scores now 17-10 as number 5, Charlotte, back up to the line to serve it up. That's number 5, Charlotte, putting it into play. The Mamba is struggling to get underneath it. Bump it up, push it over to the backcourt. Charge right there to receive it, sets it up to the middle of the attack. Finds the back corner with the kill. That's number 1, Sam Chaffin, putting another point on your board. Scores now 18-10. Charge in the lead by 8 points as number 5, Charlotte, back up to the line to serve it up once again. There's the serve by number 5. Backcourt pops it up in Mamba territory. They go for the attack from their right side. We tip it at the net, but unable to get control of it, and it falls down to the floor in Charge territory. The Mambas put another point on the board and will step back up to serve it up. Scores now 18-11. Charge still in the lead by 7 points as we set up to serve, receive. And there's the serve. The backcourt unable to get underneath that float serve. The Mambas putting a point on the board with an ace right there as Charge will set back up once again to serve, receive. Score still 18-12. Charge still leading by 6 points. The Mambas with the serve. Charge underneath it this time, getting to the center, going to the right side, down the line, but Mamba is trying to get control of it. Going up for the attack, blocked at the net by number 1. And they could not get it back over the net. Charge picks up a point right there. And will come back up to the line to serve it up. Scores 19-12, Charge in the lead by, what is that, 7 points as number 7 steps back to the line. That's Braylon Smith serving it up. Oh, and it goes long, just past the baseline. And Manhattan Mamba will pick up a point and come back up to the line to serve it up. Manhattan Mamba serving it up. Charge underneath it. Gets it to the center. Sets it to the outside. The bump over the block. The Mambas push it back over with 2 touches. Charge gets to the center. The right side goes for the backcourt attack, but it goes out of bounds, and the Mambas put another point on the board. Scores 19-13. Charge in the lead by 6 points as we once again set up to serve, receive. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Gets it to the center. The middle tips it up the net, but they block it down. Charge is right there to receive it. Goes to the outside attack. Mamba's underneath it, keeping it alive, putting it back up, a block at the net, back into Mamba territory. Mamba's once again going for an attack to the backcourt of Charge this time. Charge going for an outside attack back over to the backcourt of Mambas. Mambas hitting it back over. Our libero gets it up. Charge center unable to get to it as the pass was wide. Scored is 19-15 now as Charge knocks it out of bounds. And the Mambas pick up a point. Scores 19-15. Charge still in the lead by 4 points as we set back up to serve, receive. Again, this is the first set of our third and final game of the day. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Keeping it up and over, but it falls wide. And the Mambas put another point on the board. Charge now only leading by 3. Will set back up to serve, receive again. Hoping to pick up a point and regain that serve right here if possible. Mamba's putting it back into play. Unsuccessful. Charge to pick up a point off the service error by Mamba and come back up to the line to serve it up. Number 2, Lillian, serving it up for your Charge team. Number 2, back up to the line. There's the serve into Mamba territory. Mamba's getting to the center. Go for the attack, but our libero keeps it alive. Gets it over to the right side. We bump it up, but it does not get over the tape. And the Mambas put a point on the board. Charge still in the lead by 3 points as we set back up to serve, receive once again. Mambas at the line preparing to serve it up. There's the serve. Charge underneath it and bumps it back over from the right side. The Mambas set it up for their outside attack. Charge gets underneath it, pushes it over to the outside and over to the backcourt of Mamba. Mamba gets it back up to the net. Gets over, Charge right there to receive it. To the center, to the right, the outside, cross-court attack. But the Mambas pick it up and put it back over to the backcourt of Charge. Charge gets it to the center, goes to the right backcourt. The attack back into Mamba territory, but they're able to keep it alive, tipping it over the block and getting it back into our territory. We once again bump it back over to the backcourt of Mamba territory. They set up, go for the attack from the middle front. Charge able to keep it alive and off the floor and bump it back over to Mamba territory. Mamba once again setting up, going for the attack. This time they make it past the block again. Charge right there, and a tip at the net by number 1 will pick up the point with the kill. That was Sam Chaffin picking up another point for your Charge team. Number 4 will now come to the line to serve it up. That's Addison Mann serving it up for your Charge team. There's the serve. Scores 21-17 in this fast-paced first set. Charge gets it underneath it, sets it over to the outside. The attack down the line, but Mamba's right there to receive it. They bump it to the backcourt. Charge right there, pushing it up. Going for the attack from the right side. Mamba is once again trying to get it over, but number 5 knocks it down with a block. That's Charlotte with the block that puts another point on your Charge team. Timeout called by the Mambas on the court. Both teams will go to their huddle. After the timeout concludes, Charge will step back up to the line to serve it up, and Addison Mann, number 4, will be the one serving. And your Charge team coming back out on the court, ready quickly to get back into this, while the Mambas are still in their huddle. About 8 seconds left on the timeout clock. 3 seconds on the timeout clock, and the timeout clock is concluded now, and the Mambas coming back out on the floor. Again, number 4, Addison Mann, up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Ace! Oh, no, maybe. No, they hit it behind the antenna. Charge definitely picked up the point, but it was not an ace because they touched it more than twice. If the other team hits it more than twice on the serve, then it's not an ace anymore. But if they knock it out on the first hit, it is an ace. So number 4, serving it back up, is a little FYI for everyone at home. And like that one there, they knock it out of bounds, but it's not considered an ace, but it's still a point for your Charge team. The other team did touch it 3 times and knocked it out. Shanked out, basically. Scores now 24-17. Charge on their first match point attempt. Number 4, Addison Mann back up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Backcourt of the Mambas. Pick it up. Set it up. Go for the attack. Blocked at the net by number 9 and number 5. The dual block. Picking up that final point of that first set. Closing it out 25-17. That was a fast-paced first set. Both teams with excellent plays, but Charge able to pull off the win faster. Some top performers in that first set. Charlotte with 3 blocks, 1 kill. Sam Chaffin with 4 kills, and Bethany White Eagle with 4 kills and 1 block. Again, the final score was 25-17. We will be going into the second set here shortly, and I already forgot who served it up first in the first set. It may have been us, but I've been wrong about that all day, so I don't even remember. Again, if you're watching at home and you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do so. And share it with your friends and family, anyone who wants to watch your athlete play. The more the merrier, the more fans we have, the better the team performs. Look at all the high fives on the court. Oh, you can't even see them because of the big QR code in the middle of the screen. I do apologize. But lots of high fives on the court. Everyone's ready to get back into gameplay and start this second set up. And the down reps verifying the player roster on the court to start up the second set. Libero coming in for the back row middle. And we are ready to get back into gameplay. Oh, our up rep is up there. I don't know where he's at. I just noticed that. I guess both the up rep and down rep are down verifying the roster for this team. All right, there. Now our libero comes in for our back row middle to start off this second set. Again, both teams came into this undefeated in their matches today. Both Manhattan Mamba 16-1 and Charge 16 American, both undefeated in the second day of pool play in our President's Day Classic in Omaha, Nebraska. I believe both teams are just about ready to get back into this as the up ref climbs into his stand. Number 9, Bethany White Eagle up the line to serve it up first in this second set. Good serve to the sideline, picking up the point with the ace as the Mambas unable to get underneath it. And Charge puts a point, the first point on the board for the second set. Number 9 coming up the line to serve it up once again. That's Bethany White Eagle up to pick up an ace on the last serve. There's another serve, back court of the Mambas getting underneath it this time. Going for an attack from the right side cross court, but Charge able to bump it back up in the air and get it back down the line, but it falls wide. And the Mambas put their first point on the board for the second set. Scores now 1-1, Charge. Setting up the serve receive as we're all tied up in the second set. Mamba's up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve, Charge underneath it, gets it to the center who bumps it over to the outside, down the line, but it falls wide. And the Mambas pick up another point. Scores now 1-2. Charge trailing by 1 point as we once again set up to serve receive. There's the serve, Charge. Oh, unable to get underneath that one. Mambas put another point on the board. Scores now 1-3. Charge trails by 2 points. There's the serve. Charges underneath it this time. Keeping it alive and pushing it over the net. Mambas get underneath it, hit it back over to Charge territory to the back court in the back corner. Great placement. Charge unable to get underneath it. Mambas put another point on the board. The second set scores now 1-4. Charge trailing by 3 as we once again set up the serve receive. There's the serve. Charge gets underneath it. And the tool at the net. Charge picks up the point as number, I think it was, I don't know who did that. Somebody tipped it over. I think it was number 2. That's what I'm going to put it for. Scores now 2-4 as number 8 serves it up for your Charge team. Charge trailing by 2. Mamba's pushing it back over. Libero gets it to the setter. Setter goes to the right side. The attack down the line. The Mamba's struggling, but trying to get it back over the net. Charge, a little joust, gets it under control. Going for the attack. Mamba's unable to block it and get it back over the net. It hits the net and Charge puts another point on the board. Scores now 3-4. Charge trailing by only 1 point is number 8. Oh my God. Somebody hit me from behind, but I will straighten this back up. Oh no, I'm crooked. Number 8 served it back up. Charge gets underneath it. They pop it up high in the air. Number 8 keeps it alive in the backcourt, bumping it forward up to the net and over. Mambas go for the attack. This time the Charge unable to get control of that, and it goes over the net and out of bounds. I mean, over the back net and out of bounds. Mambas pick up the point right there and will come back up the line to serve it up. I do apologize about somebody hitting my camera there. It threw me off. I was not watching the game. I was trying to get it back facing the court. There's another serve. Charge underneath it. Goes to the outside. And it falls inbounds. Charge unable to get control of it. And the Mambas put another point on the board. Scores now 3-6. Charge trailing by 3 as we set back up the serve receive. There's the serve. Backcourt underneath it. Gets it to the center. Goes to the outside. The attack puts it back to Mamba territory. Mamba set up. Attack from the middle. Blocked by number 7. Putting a point on the board for your Charge team and regaining the serve. Scores now 4-6 as number 4 comes up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve by Addison Mann, putting it over the net as we trail by 2 points. Clogged at the net, back into Mamba territory, but they get it back up and under control. They hit it over the net, Charge right there to receive it. The outside attack puts it back to Mamba territory. Mamba sets up for their own outside attack down the line. Charge pops it up high with the bump. Bumps it back over the midcourt and over into Mamba territory. Mamba once again sets up this time for the right side attack down to the middle of the court, but Charge right there. Tips it back over in 2 touches. Mamba's again popping it up high, going for the attack of the net. Number 2 with the block at the net. Picks up the point. That's Lillian with the block. That adds another point to the board for your Charge team. Scores now 5-6. Charge only trails by 1 as number 4, Addison Mann, back up in the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Mamba's underneath it, going for the attack. Charge unable to get control of it, and Mamba's picking up that point right there as it goes off the hands of Charge and out of bounds. Score is now 5-7. Charge trailing by 2 points as the Mambas step back to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Libero pops it up high to the center. Goes to the right side. The attack cross court. Picks up the point. I think he even see it go off the hands of the Mamba and hit the scoreboard up there in the back corner. Number 7 with that kill, Braylon Smith, putting another point on the board. Score is 6-7. Charge down by 1 point as number 7 steps to the line to serve it up. That's Braylon Smith serving it up after picking up a kill on her last rally. There's the serve. There's the attack to the backcourt. Charge gets underneath to go for the attack. Number 2 with the kill, putting a point on the board right there for your Charge team. That's Lillian tying it up with that kill that the Mambas could not get under control. Scores now 7-7, all tied up as number 7 comes back up the line to serve it up. All 7s across the board right here. That's got to be a lucky sign. There's the serve. The Mambas underneath it, going for the attack. The backcourt right there to receive it, gets it up. We bump set it to the right. Oh, what happened? What was that? They call us in the net or something? I don't even know what happened. A net infraction by Charge. The score is now 7-8. Charge trailing by 1 once again as the Mamba step back up the line. There's the serve. Charge backcourt, pops it back up into play. We go for the attack from the outside. The Mamba's right there to receive it, going for their own attack at the outside. But number 2 had other plans, said no, nay. That point is ours. Blocked it back down, picking up the point for your Charge team. That was Lillian picking up that point. Number 6 coming to the line to serve it up now for your Charge team. There's the serve by number 6, Ava Smith, as we're all tied up 8-8 right now. They put it back over the net. Charge quickly bumps it back over. That was a great recovery. And the block at the net by number 3, but they called it out of bounds as it goes out off the Charge hand. The Mambas pick up another point right there, come back up to the line to serve it up. Score is 8-9 as the Mambas set up to serve it. Good serve by the Mambas. Charge gets underneath it as it falls in the middle of the court. They block it back to our territory, but Charge right there to receive it. Going for attack from the outside. The Mambas unable to block it back into our territory this time, but they get it back over with a couple of touches. Charge going for the attack from the outside. Once again, number 3, Maddie Factor with a kill. That puts another point on the board for your Charge. Again, that ties us up 9-9 as number 1, Sam Chaffin, will now step up to the line to serve it up. Number 1, Sam Chaffin with the serve as we're all tied up. Nice serve, but the Mambas get underneath it. Go for the attack. Charge is able to get underneath it, bump it up, and the attack from Charge's backcourt will pick up the point as number 6, Ava Smith, gets the kill. Score is now 10-9. Charge in the lead by 1 point now as number 1 back up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Putting it back over the net. Mamba struggle a little bit. They get it back. We tip it over the net. It's a little bit of a joust, but we get it back into Mamba territory. Mambas bump it back over to Charge. Charge bumps it up to the center. Center tips it over with the dump. Mamba's right there to receive it, though. Hit it back over to Charge territory. Charge, oh no, unable to get their hands underneath it, which will tie us back up 10-10. And Mambas will come back up to the line to serve it up. The Mambas up at the line to serve it, and Charge set to serve receivers. We're all tied up in this second set. There's the set to the outside. We put it over the net, but the Mambas right there to receive it, putting it over with their own outside attack. Charge pops it up high and bumps it over the net. Mambas right there to receive. Go for the attack. This time the attack. Charge unable to get it under control. And the Mambas pick up another point and come back up to the line. Mambas now lead by 1 as Charge sets up to serve receive. There's the serve by the Mambas. Charge underneath it. Gets it to the center. Goes to the middle and puts it over. And Mamba's unable to block it back over the net. Charge puts another point on the board, which once again ties us up. 11-11 now as number 9, Bethany White Eagle, comes up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Mambas get underneath it, set it up to their right side hitter, or their outside hitter actually. Charge gets underneath it though. Sets it up and goes for the backcourt middle kill that picks up a point. Charge will come back up to the line to serve it up. Wait, no? What happened? Oh, never mind. The Mambas actually picked up that point and will come up to the line to serve it up. I'm not sure what happened right there while the Mambas picked it up. Maybe they called him for a lift or something. I'm not 100% sure, but Charge trailing by just 1 point as we set up the serve receive. There's the serve. Charge gets underneath it, bumps it up to the right side, but oh my God, unable to get it over the net. Mambas put another point on the board. Charge is now trailing by 2. I think it's our most we've trailed by this entire set. There's the serve, and it falls with inbounds. That's an ace for the Mambas. Charge unable to get underneath it. Timeout on the court by Oklahoma Charge. Both teams going into their huddle. Scores 11-14. Charge trailing by 3 points in the middle of this second set. And our final game of the second day of pool play. There will be one more day of pool play tomorrow. Or not pool play, bracket play tomorrow. After we finish both pools, we get to go to bracket play. It will determine our placement in the brackets, whether we're in gold, silver, or bronze bracket, or some other miscellaneous bracket below that. Right now, with our win-to-loss ratio, we should be in a high bracket. Nice serve. Charge gets underneath it. Goes for the attack, puts it back over to Mamba territory. Mamba's right there, set it up to their right side. The attack, out of bounds. Charge will put a point on the board as the Mambas hit it wide and it falls out of bounds. Number 8, Kale, will come to the line to serve it up for your Charge. See, and there's the serve, putting it over the net. The Mambas put it back to the backcourt, but Charge is right there to receive it. Going for the attack from the outside. Number 2, Lillian with the kill, putting a point on the board. Once again, number 8 will come back over the line to serve it up for your Charge team as we now trail by just 1 point. Scores 13-14. Excellent serve. The Mambas underneath it. Going for attack from their right side. Charge underneath that and puts it back. Charge picking up the point. I didn't even see what happened because the ball tried to roll onto the court. I tried to save it. But Charge picks up that point, and number 8 comes back up to the line. All tied up now, 14-14 in the second set. as we hit it to the backcourt of Mamba territory with the serve. The attack back to the backcourt of Charge territory. We get to the center, go to the right side. The attack down the line, picks up the point with the kill. That's number 7, Braylon Smith, killing it down the line, picking up that point for your Charge team. Number 8 serves it back up once again as we now have the lead by 1 point. Scores 15-14. The attack by Mamba puts it across court, but Charge right there, tipping it over the net. Mamba struggling and knocking it out of bounds. Charge puts another point on the board with the attack from the right side, or from the outside. Kale back up the line to serve it once again. There's the serve. Mambas get it back in the air, hit it long. Mamba's picking up the point right there. Charge unable to get back underneath it. Score is now 16-15. Charge still in the lead by 1 point as the Mamba step back up the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Charge gets underneath it in the backcourt, gets to the center, goes to the outside. The attack down the line. Number 2 with a massive kill down the line that the Mambas just cannot get underneath. Number 4, Addison Mann up to the line to serve it up. Now there's the serve, putting it into the backcourt of Mamba territory. Mamba's struggling, getting it back over the net, but Charge bumps it back over with one hit. Mamba's going for the attack down to the right side of Charge territory, but Charge keeps it alive and bumps it back over the net to Mamba territory. Mamba struggles a little bit, but gets it back under control. This time Mamba picking up a point as they pull it off the block of Charge defender. Score 17-16. Charge still in the lead by 1 point in this nail-biting second set of our final match of the day. Charge did win the first set, and there's the serve by the Mambas. Charge underneath it, sets it over to the right side. The attack, cross court, but falls wide. Mamba's tied up now with the Charge. They'll come back up to the line to serve it up as Charge is unable to get it back into fair play. Again, score 17-17. Uh-oh. I think there may be a problem with the Mamba team. Mambas may have been out of rotation. There seems to be some kind of confusion right here during this last one. We're going to have a discussion at the up ref's stand to determine whether or not the Mambas were out of rotation in that last rotation. Charge may pick up a point here. They may overturn that last one and give it to us. Let's see what happens. The down ref's talking to the table, and the up ref is looking concerned. Score right now is showed to be tied. Up ref coming down, going to the table himself. We are going to 100% make sure that the rotation is being followed. If it's not, Charge might pick up a point right here. They may overturn that last one and give it back to us. Out of rotation means that the players are in the wrong rotation. Either they got out with the beginning of the serve or they lined up wrong at the beginning of the serve. Not sure right now, but the down ref and the up ref are both at the table discussing it. I'll keep you informed. As soon as I know something, you will know something. Again, this is our third and final game of the day. So far, both teams are undefeated for the day. Down ref and up ref still talking to the Manhattan Mamba team over there, trying to figure out if we were out of rotation or what. Still a lot of discussion on the court. This fast-paced game is slow to a halt now because of this confusion about rotation. Uh-oh. They roll the ball back to our side. That may mean that they realize that it's our serve after a out of rotation on the other team, but we'll see. The table has changed the score. Manhattan Mamba losing the point right there. Charge coming back up in line to serve it up. That's number 7, Braylon Smith, serving it up now. Charge didn't gain a point though, so I guess we're just redoing the serve. All right, number 7 serving it up. Charge leading by 1 point. Mamba is trying to get underneath it. Charge knocking it back down quickly into Mamba territory. Charge picking up the point as the Mambas are called for a double. Number 7 coming back up to the line to serve it up. Scores now 18-16. Charge leading by 2 points as number 7, Braylon Smith coming back up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. And that's an ace on the serve as they knock it out of bounds. Ace by Braylon Smith, number 7. Puts another point on the board. Scores now 19-16. Charge in the lead by 3 points. And number 7 back up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Mamba's underneath it, going for the attack. The backcourt unable to get underneath it. And the Mambas do pick up a point right there. Scores now 19-17. Charge still in the lead by 2 as we set back up to serve receive. Mamba's preparing to put it over the net. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Gets it to the setter who bumps it up. Oh no! Confusion in the backcourt, and the Mambas pick up a point as the ball finds the floor in between Charge players. Scores now 19-18. Charge still in the lead by 1 point. as the Mambas come back up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Charge backcourt, pops it up high. Set it over to the right side of the attack down the line. Mambas struggling, but pushing it back over the net. Charge gets it to the center, sets in the middle of the attack between the block and shanked out of bounds by the Mamba. The kill by number 1, Sam Chaffin, picks up the point. Score is now 20-18. It's number 6, Braylon Smith, coming up to the line to serve it up. Or Ava Smith, my bad. Number 6, Ava, up to the line to serve it up for your Charge team. Nice serve. Mamba's get underneath it, hit to the backcourt. Charge right there, keeping it alive and bumping it back over to Mamba territory. Mamba sets it up once again, going for an attack down the line of the net, but Charge keeps it alive. And the backcourt puts it back over to Mamba territory. One touch, they put it back over the net. We quickly dump it back to Mamba territory. Mamba again dumps it over the net quickly, but Charge right there going to the right side. The attack from the backcourt. Number 7 picking up the point, Braylon Smith with the kill. And number 6, Ava Smith coming up the line to serve it up next. Or again, not even next. Scores now 21-18, Charge in the lead by 3 points as number 6 prepares to serve it up. There's the serve, putting it over the net. The Mambas pop it up high, go for the attack, putting it back over to the backcourt. Charge sets it to the middle. The attack once again for the middle. Picking up another point with the kill is Sam Chaffin. Another timeout on the court by the Manhattan Mamba. Both teams will go to the huddles. After the timeout concludes, Charge will come back up to the line to serve it up, and number 6, Ava Smith, will still be serving. Charge back out on the court quickly during this timeout, while the Mambas try to take up the entire time. The score is 22-18, Charge in the lead by 4 points. As the timeout clock ticks to an end, and both teams come back out on the court. Number 6 up at the line to serve it up. That's Ava Smith. There's the serve. Mamba's underneath it. Set it up. Push it over the net. Charge able to dig it up. Get it to the center and go to the backcourt attack. Mamba struggle, but we tip it back down at the net. Number 1, Sam Chaffin. I'm going to call that a kill. Or a block, actually. I think it was a block. Score is now 23-18. Charge in the lead by 5 points. It's number 6 back up to the line to serve it up. There's the serve. Mamba's underneath it. Hitting it back over to the backcourt. Charge gets underneath it. Oh, no. Hitting it up, but it goes into the net, and Charge is unable to dig it back out. Scores now 23-19 as the Mambas will step back up to the line to serve it up. Charge still in the lead by 4 points as the Mambas prepare to serve it up. There's the serve. Charge underneath it. Bumps it up to the right side. Down the line with a small tip. They bump it back over to our backcourt. Libero gets it to the center. Set it to the middle of the attack. And the Mambas struggle, but are able to get it under control. Going for attack. Mambas pick up the point right there as the ball hits me back here. Ow. Score is now 23-20. Charge still in the lead by 3 as the Mambas back up at the line to serve it up. And the serve is short. Charge picks up a point on the service error by the Mambas. Number 1, Sam Chaffin comes up to the line to serve it up next. Ace on the serve by Sam Chaffin, closing out that second set, 25-20, ending the match, and our day in a sweep on this third game. We will be playing in bracket play tomorrow. As soon as we know, you will know what our schedule is for tomorrow. Hopefully it's morning play and not afternoon, but we will know and we'll let you know as soon as we do. Top performers in that second set, Lillian with 4 kills, 2 blocks, Bethany Whitey with 9 assists, 1 ace, and Braylon Smith with 2 kills, 1 ace, and 1 block. First set was 125-17. Second set, 25-20. Charge pulling out the victory in a sweep And again, thank you for watching and being fans. Stay tuned and subscribe. And tomorrow we will be playing